everyone, Jaymes Mansfield here bringing you yet another video. Oh my god, you guys, I have been obsessed with all these crazy hairstyles I've been seeing all over YouTube, so I decided I'm going to join along and contribute. Yes, yes, yes. After all, we're in quarantine, so what else do you have to do? You have no plans that are better than this. Come hang out with me. And be sure and hit that like button right now. Hit that like button. Hit that like button.
If you don't like this video, I'm going to pop you in your mouth.
Okay. Now, I'm going to be using my new Mansfield from Jaymes Mansfield Beauty. That is this gorgeous beauty right here, the new Mansfield. We are going to be doing a cosplay hairstyle today. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to do something that's very cosplay, very ASIN, very first time at an anime convention, but I'm here to slay. Yes, that is what we're doing today. Now, I'm using a lace front wig, and we are going to make her look like she is ready for the Dragon Ball. She's ready for the Dragon Ball Z. Okay, let's get started. All right, so first things first, I'm just going to section out some places here. All right, we're going to separate all of the hair on the crown here on the lace and on the sides. We're going to save that for later. That way we have this whole half wig section here separated. Okay, I have this whole front section separated. This whole section where the lace front is. And I'm going to take out all the bits that are not connected to it. Okay. Now we just have this whole back section here to play around with. I'm going to be doing some spikes today. I want to do like cosplay spikes. Now bear in mind, I had never really done this before, so it's going to be an experiment for all of us. Here we go. I'm going to grab a good section. This is going to be my first spike. It's sort of like, from what I've gathered, creating roller sets, only you're doing spikes and not curls. And you don't have to use a steamer or anything, which is even better. Okay. I'm just going to take a teasing brush, and we're going to start teasing it. If you feel like you got a good base tease going, we're going to start doing our smooth. I have a good base section going here. What I'm going to do now is do some cutting and start fraying it. Okay. Now, I'm going to use a little bit of wet spray. And with our smoothing brush, we're going to start doing some smoothing and using my hand to sort of keep control over it and keep a grip and guide the ends where I want them to go. And if they're starting to bend, that means your pieces are too long. So you got to do some more cutting. We're going to do sort of a zigzag cut. You want to concentrate on the base first and work your way up. Because the very ends are always going to be the nice and smoothest, but you need a strong base and also make sure your base is nice and smooth too. It all works together. All right, that's a good front. Now let's take a look at our back. As you can see, the back is a catastrophe. So, take our pick, push down that teasing, because the more it's packed down to the base, the better off you're going to be. All right, we are starting our second spike. I did my first one. All I did there is I made sure I had really strong base tease. Like I went back in and teased it again 3 to 4 times. And then went over with my smoothing brush and just made sure all aspects of it were smoothed out. And when you get to the very, very tip, you just clip the tip. That way you don't have any stray hairs hanging off of it. And I'm starting off my second one. Like I said, it's just a lot of going in and out and trimming your spike and re-teasing it to make sure you get it to the size you want it. And we are taking this into like a Dragon Ball Z, Final Fantasy VII kind of situation, wherever it calls for big blonde spikes. And I'm switching out between my teasing brush and my smoothing brush because I like the roughness of this one as well when it comes to smoothing it out. And with this kind of style, the hairspray is really doing a lot of the work for you. Oh yeah, I kind of like that. It's going more like a cloud kind of situation for Final Fantasy. Like with this, I'm not going for any real particular character. I just want to do something that's like anime inspired. That looks like a 90s video game. If you're going for more of a specific character, then by all means, like have their picture as a reference. Because all it really boils down to is the way you manipulate the way the hair curves at the end. Alrighty, I'm going to do a little specific section here. Now, I like the way it's leaning this way, so I'm going to encourage that with this one because I want it to be right here. So I'm going to have it at an angle tilted like that, right? And I'm going to cut it at an angle. And then we're going to pillow tease it down. It's one of those situations where being an octopus would be really, really handy right now. And if this ain't going quite the way you want it to go, then just, do 3 squares and say you're going to be Cynthia from Rugrats. All right, as I'm going through it, I'm cutting through the hair. I just tease down everything in the back because the back is going to be the worst when it comes to like seeing the tracks. Here in the crown of the head, it's not going to matter as much because no one's going to be like doing a full bird's eye view of your head. But back here, I just made sure I teased it all up. And what I'm doing now is I actually kind of like the effect I got from it. Actually, like the teasing really helps. I probably should have done this the whole head, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm just pulling it up and snipping little strands where they're too long. And then I'm just going to go through and just kind of haphazardly make spikes. They're not going to be as sculptured as the ones up here. They're more or less just making up the back to fill it up so you don't see so much kitchen. That way I have some permatease and I have some spikes here that are already pre-made. All right, I am back. It is day 2. Girl, I had to take a break. Honestly, this hair took a lot longer than I thought it was going to, so we're on day 2 now. Okay, so let's start the bang section. I smoothed over all the spikes, and they're at a place where I'm actually happy with them. They're serving like a Final Fantasy VII, Dragon Ball Z, GT kind of thing. So get into it. Whatever box it checks, just check that box for me and go with it. Buy the bullshit. All right, starting the bangs. Gonna start with a haircut. Cutting at an angle at the edges. Do this. I want to separate it somewhat, so I got that. Right, and then take our remaining in the front. And it's serving like, a anime Rick and Morty kind of situation at this moment. Here's what we do. Take our teasing brush. Could be a look just like that if you wanted to. It's like an 80s wrestler. Thankfully, this portion is real easy. Just gonna take our bangs, and pack those down. And it's sort of like when I show you how to do 80s bangs, just like that. We're making the eagle claw bangs. The more teasing you add to it, the easier they'll be to mold. You just gotta make sure you pack it to the roots and make sure you get every little last bit of hair. You don't want little stragglers. We want to be serving, New Japan Wrestling circa 1989. Because right now she is at a bleach blonde bull Nakano. All right, I have the bangs all teased out. Now, like I showed y'all before, it's just like doing a rooted hairline where you just brush up just to clean up our surface there. We just want it to look nice and pretty under there because if there's a lot of teasing, it's going to show through. Whew. Y'all, I can't believe this took me as long as it did. I have a newfound respect for those of you who dabble in cosplay. Girl, this is a lot of work. I thought, oh, it's just spiking. How hard could it really be? Girl, this took years off my life. Like those of you who be doing these cosplay wigs and like these Super Saiyan Goku wigs, my hat's off to you. I take my wig off to you because girl, whew, this one tried my life. Doing a hairstyle like this reminds me of all those old animes I used to watch when I was a kid. I remember my sister used to always watch Dragon Ball Z, and I only watched it because they were so big and muscular and angry, and there's so much storyline, and they're so brooding and, fighting, and the fight scenes would last like 800 years. It'd be like 4 episodes for one fight scene. Like when he fought Frieza, that was like a full season. And like after a certain point, I'm like, Mama, let's wrap this up. I got stuff to do. Sailor Moon's coming on next. Ooh, girl, that Toonami block, I used to live. That was like my full childhood, legit. Love some Toonami. And that little like robot dude. What was his name? Comment down below. I can't remember what the name was. And like I said, I'm just making me some eagle claw bangs. This is gonna be like inspired. My own little interpretation. That's the word I'm looking for. This is my Final Fantasy VII Super Saiyan look tutorial. And like from looking at the pictures of them, they all have like these like little bang pieces that like flare over like that. It's kind of cute. Like, ooh, girl, that's like vintage. Love that. That hair is laid. Also, Dragon Ball Z is a complete fantasy because they go from a jet black to a platinum blonde within seconds. Girl, that's at least a 2-week lifting period. Hairdressers are watching that show like, I don't buy it. It's like they know they can't make Dragon Ball Z the real thing because you're looking at their hair in Super Saiyan mode and it's all like orange. And I'm curious, Let's play a game. You know, Dragon Ball Z, GT, whole series. Who was the trade of the season on Dragon Ball Z in your opinion? For me, I was always sort of a Yamcha girl. Or I also liked, Future Trunks. Future Trunks, girl.
Future Trunks in Dragon Ball Z. He can choke me out.
Okay, and one little thing I've been doing, I didn't show you this before. I discovered this during my styling process off camera, like during my break. If you use Gatsby Glue gel, it actually helps. And synthetic hair, it's great. Like, it's super strong gel. Just take a little and hit the ends with it, and that helps get more of a spike. And also, for those of you who dabble in like doing updos or like very structured barrel curl updos, gel is a great thing to use for that. I know a lot of pageant girls know that trick where you put the spray gel inside the atomizer and just spray it on your curls, and you get those rock solid gel curls. I learned that from Drag 101 way back. That video was like 10 years old now. Oh my God. Girl, remember that? Her and the misty eyes? The very first hair tutorials on YouTube. All right, I'm just gonna play around with my curls and make them lay the way I want it to, and this wig's just about done. Yeah, she's looking cute. She just needs a little bit of smoothing, but I can do that off camera. I don't have to do it on camera with you folks. I'll be right back. Now I'm making sound effects. Kamehameha! I think that's what they say. Oh my God, welcome back. This is the final result. Girl, I don't know what I'm serving. It's like Final Fantasy meets Super Saiyan meets whatever anime works, okay? I love this. I feel like an 80s wrestler in New Japan Pro Wrestling. She is cute. I definitely went outside my comfort zone, and honestly, this took me a lot longer than I thought it would. A lot longer. This was a 2-day process, and I did not expect that, but I think she came out pretty cute. If you guys want a hairstyle like this, let me know. Maybe I'll start posting them on Jaymes Mansfield Beauty. I think if I try this again, I'm going to do it on my premium Misty Blonde because it has a lot more hair in it. Way more wefts to work with. This requires a lot of hair. But check her out. Girl, I'm ready for a battle. Girl, this is the hair I should have had when I lip sync for my life. Just blow the runway. Now this hair is fabulous, but it is just missing one more thing. The Jaymes Mansfield Magical Wig Spray from Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab. Let's just give this hair a spritz. Ah! Now this hair is over 9,000! Available at blackphoenixalchemylab.com. And grooming can be an absolute drag. Thankfully, I have Manscaped. Be sure and use my code Mansfield for 20% off your purchase, plus free shipping. And I would like to take a moment, a VENMO. I want to thank everyone who tipped me on Venmo. I would like to thank John, Russ, thank you Russ, Kenny, it's Kenny with an EY, so is that Kenny or Kenny? Kenny, James, Brian, and Todd. Thank you all so much for the tips on Venmo. Your contributions truly help keep this channel running and keep me doing crazy ass hairstyles like this. Now don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, click here and watch me recreate Normani's hair from Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. Or watch me react to my very first makeup tutorial. Come on, click it. You know you want to. If you don't click it, I'll make a country western song about how you fed your husband the tigers. So click it.